on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure you enjoyed the second half.
That's for sure.
All right, Freddie. You guys got your second multi-goal comeback of the season. How are you guys feeling after today's match?
Well, first of all, proud. I would say it's not easy to come back from a 2-0 game. So it takes a lot of courage and stick to the game plan. And the guys did it. And, like we just talked a few minutes ago. And then as a staff, we just have to say we're proud of them on the way they react. There's always things to grow, things to correct. And that's what we hear. Learn from the goals we receive. But, happy to achieve the goal that we had, that was getting those 3 points, and and then at this point, if I'm not mistaken, first in the league. So that's one of our goals before playing the match.
First of all, Coach, congratulations. I know you probably want to answer, but it's fine. What was the difference after in the second half? What was it at halftime to kind of get the guys come out strong the way they did?
Extra energy, I would say. I mean, I told him. And as a staff, we told them that we were okay with the way they were playing. We were creating, especially on the build-up phase, we were doing good things. A lot of things to be proud of the way we did it. We just need that final third, having more strong actions there, and then that was pretty much what we focused on the first half, and it was just run the extra mile that we needed to run just to get inside the box, and then that's to our team what made the difference. Extra energy.
This is your first win after a few weeks. You were 0-2 in league play, 0-3 overall if you count Open Cup. A win like tonight, what does it do for your team?
I mean, results are sometimes unpredictable, and sometimes most of the time you can't control the results. So we were growing the idea of our game model, and we were okay with many things we were doing correct. Just the result wasn't there, and I know it's here to win, but the result come our way this time, and good things happen during the field. So we're just gonna continue working on that.
For you personally, was it any different for you being head coach or active head coach this evening instead of Carlos?
Like I said last time, it's a staff work. It's no, Carlos as the leader of the group it's managing, it's connecting with us during the game. So we're just representing him on the field, basically. But it's one man, one group working together.
Goals and assists from a variety of players. I think maybe Jorge had a goal and an assist, but otherwise it was 5 guys involved in either the goal or the assist. Are you guys kind of happy that you have such a diverse range of players that are contributing to those goals?
Yeah, basically, and this is the approach at today's game is we came out with a different way of playing today. The way we were building up was different than prior games. And we come to that conclusion based on the players we have. We can change position, players who can play different positions, allow us to interchange, to have more options. So today was a good representation of that. We had Nelson playing as a wing back, plays an outside back, coming interior. Jimmy playing as an attacking mid when he started as a double 6. So it allows us to have more dynamic. And if we achieve what we achieve in the second half, we're going to have results coming our way for sure.
Kind of on the flip side of that, there were maybe, not even just in the first half, but over the last few matches, some good chances that have gone begging. At times, do you guys maybe wish you had at least one sort of guy that you can look to and say, yeah, he's very clinical, he's probably going to score, rather than it being shared between all the other players? Do you wish you had that one guy maybe?
Yeah, I think it's teamwork. We don't. It's like the number 9's position judged by how many goals you score. But as a staff, as coaches, we look all the things they do to create chances to have other players scoring goals. So it's a teamwork. We don't really go by that one player. We go as a team, and we're doing good things. We're growing, and we're very happy more than the result, the way we play. Like I think achieving things that are gonna get us to a good spot on the table for sure.
You hit the road next one in Phoenix. Obviously, we know the result here. You have a season. What's it going to take to get those 3 points?
Work, a lot of work. We have plenty of players prepared for that game, and like I told you guys last match, we're planning ahead of time, and we already know who's going to be part of it, and we already have we played Phoenix a couple of games ago, and so we have a pretty good idea of what we're doing towards this game.
Defensively, I mean, they scored their 2 goals in the first half, and they scored them kind of like on the same play where the guy came from the right side and then hit across, and they scored a goal. How were you able to clean that up, or they weren't able to do that in the second half?
Good point. I mean, like I said at the beginning, there's a lot of things to correct, and what you mentioned, we're aware of it, and we're gonna go over video, and we're gonna check, and we're gonna correct it on the field. What really changed was the energy. Pretty much, we put up more energy in the second half. We came back, and that's basically what made the difference.
I want to just real quick touch back to Phoenix. But you mentioned your team has been preparing for that match. Is the team kind of making, I guess, like a special attention to that game because it was the first loss?
No, not really. No, we take every game, as a final, and every game has its own idea of playing it. Based on their formation, on the way they press, it's gonna bring ideas and different options for us. So we're gonna adapt to the way they play, and define our game model on that field.
What's your message to the group after a performance like that?
I believe by the time they scored their goals, we were having a really good moment during the game. So I think we're putting ourselves in the situations that we shouldn't, that we don't deserve, because we've been playing good football. And the message is we're proud of them, and we just got to keep working, like stay focused, so we don't let those moments happen and affect us.
You guys got Mitch back after a couple games. How does having him back on the field help you guys?
It's the captain, It's always good to have leadership on the field. He's a very quality player. He brings a lot to the table, and we're happy to have him. So for sure, having him on the squad makes everything better, for sure.
Going off of Morgan's question, how does he, what difference does he make out there for you guys? Because when he was out, it looked like there was a little bit of trouble defensively.
Yeah, I will go more on the offensive side. Like defensively, he's great, but offensively he provides us many options. As a left-footer center back, he can drive the ball, he can make switches left and right. He gives us a lot of options offensively. So that's one of his major qualities, and it shows the way we grow with him.
Thank you.
Good. All right. Thank you.